Alright, time to finish the Imagine I Was Broke series. Because I feel like I'm already at 4.95 million and the goal is 6 million, reaching 6 million. I will be able to reach that today. Unless I die. If I die, I may need longer, but if I die, I also may be able to still do it this time. Depending on how much stuff I'm going to find. What else do I need to go to be ready? I need journals. I think I need more journals. Looks like I don't have any... Not a high enough amount of prospector journals, to be honest. Do I have a bag? I have a bag. I also want more pork pie, but otherwise I'm ready to go. Prospector journals. I also want more cropper journals. 6,000. Let's get one more. 12,000. Let's get another gamekeeper journal as well. Plus 9,000. 21,000. Let's get a stonecutter journal. Stonecutter. Wait a second. There's no way. Uh, 21,000 plus 15,000. 36,000. And prospector journals. 31,000 I said, I think. And let's get 5 or 8, so that's 40,000. 71,000 silver. And a pork pie. 40,000. 75,000 silver. Need to put away the 75,000 loot. Do I have anything? Those things are pretty valuable. They are too valuable. 68. 68. Now I need 7,000. Let's take the tier 7 wood and 2 journals. Those are worth 75,000 together. Let's put that away. Alright, ready to go. And I'm going to go back into the tier 7 snow map in the southwest of Lymhurst. What's its name? I'm there so often. White Cliff Expanse. Pretty good map for gathering tier 6 resources. Occasionally finding some nice tier 7 resources as well. And if this map is just empty, I can easily go to the next map, the tier 6 snow map in the northwest of it. Ooh. Find usually enough tier 6 ore and fiber. Usually. I think the last time I was there in this Imagine I Was Broke series, it was relatively empty, but still I was able to fill my inventory even though it was slower than I usually would be able to do so. So let's see if people are gathering those somewhat mediocre but relatively efficient tier 6 resources. It is definitely possible that stuff is going to be empty again. But it is unlikely, thinking about my past experiences with these two maps. Oh, look at this. This is money. Let's lose the invincibility for it and hope that there aren't too many dangerous people in this map. I've also looked at the prices of the resources. 6.1 stone sells for 670 silver per piece in Lymhurst. So even though the general estimated market value seems rather low, it still seems to be fine. There are so many corpses here, otherwise I would even think about killing this moose and the wolf, because tier 6 resources are very, very valuable. If I didn't have aggro of this boar, I would have even gathered the tier 6 wood there. But this stuff is not that insanely valuable. Small chest has just spawned. It was 6.2, even if I only get one piece of this, it's going to be worth it to kill this moose. Because I have the premium bonus, I have gathering bonus, so the chance is pretty high to get more than one piece, even from one pick. I got 3 pretty valuable stuff. Gathering bonus from the pork pie as well. Just relatively high chances of getting very decent money for killing one animal. While getting a full 6.0 animal would also just give me like 10,000. And here I have the chance to get 20 or even 30,000 if I get a proc of my premium bonus and the gathering bonus. And ore. I'm finding so much wood here that I'm even considering going for the chest, to be honest. Because I'm spending my time relatively efficiently here. Haven't seen anybody yet, which doesn't mean too much. 6.1 height, even one piece on the stack will also be fine. Because it's like 3k per piece. Even got 3 pieces again. 8k. Pretty much worth it. Even if the chance is very high that it only has 1 piece on the stack. There's a person. There's another one. They're not going for the chest. They're not going for the chest. Does this mean that there is an even stronger group there? Like 3 people with a healer? That's pretty strong already, even if the healer was only on tier 6 gear. Well, yes. That's nothing I want to deal with. Not alone. Some 6.0 cursed staff there. This guy alone can already kill me. If I stay too long. If I try to loot. There's a big 6.0 stack. I don't think any dangerous people would gank this, so I'll take it. 5.1 wood is too bad. I checked the price, 400 per piece. Is there any safety nearby? Not really. But it should be pretty efficient to gather this. Looks like I need to kill this mob. Oh, there's a person. So I guess I'm not gathering this tier 7 healer. Could have tried to invite him to see if he is in a group, to understand if he's dangerous or not, but to be Gotta also consider that just gathering tier 6 ore will be way more efficient. I only have a tier 6 axe with me. I have a tier 7 pickaxe on the other hand. This is basalt. I would kind of like to go for it, especially because it's very close to the Lymhurst Portal, so it's insanely safe. Do I want to skip the east for that? I'm not 100% sure about it. Probably not. I'll just take everything. 6.1 stone. Estimated market value 518, but sells for 670. Oh, this guy is very valuable and very weak. If he drops low to mobs, I may want to go for the kill, to be honest. Insanely valuable. Like, he's not that extremely weak, to be honest. But he doesn't have defensives. So I can just run him down. I am, after all, relatively tanky. I do not deal too much damage, but it should be enough for somebody who doesn't have any defensive spells. Most likely. I mean, I didn't really look at his defensive spells, but I would assume that he would not be using those. He may be doing so, though. He may have his armor on Frost Shield, which would mean that I would not want to fight him. Finding resources on the edge of the map. 6.3 stone, 2k per piece. Who knows how much it sells in Lymhurst? Possibly more. Definitely possible. Oh, gathering bonus +2. Gotta love to see that. Would kinda love to gather the basalt as well, but I'm finding so many resources here. It's not guaranteed that the basalt stack has all 30 pieces. Still, I will eventually go there. I'll even try to go rather quickly, but I'm not going to pass on the resources that I will find on the way. After all, it's not that insanely valuable, but it would definitely be efficient to go for it. Those tier 6 resources here on the edge are not very full, but I'm still finding a decent amount. And additionally, finding tier 7 stuff makes it worth it to check out the rest of this edge of the map. Super safe with that Lymhurst Portal. Unless a group with wolves comes, then I may be in trouble, because wolves can chase me down in the roads of Albion. Wow, looking at how many resources I'm finding, I may not even be able to gather the full stack there. Finding tons of tier 7 resources, and those are definitely quite heavy. How full was my stonecutter journal? Relatively full already, so it was definitely pretty good to get another one of these books. You never may know, but sometimes I really find a lot of basalt in this map. Sometimes. And if it's enchanted, the books will even fill much quicker. It's enchantment rate 19%, that's pretty good. Every 5th resource that I find will be enchanted, basically. And things like tier 6 or tier 7 or being enchanted is really good. It's a lot of money. 7.1 ore is very valuable. 6.2 ore is very valuable. And the things above that are just insane loot. Just ridiculous amounts of loot. Getting some 6.3 or 7.2, 7.3. Like one full stack would give me above 200k. A full 7.3 stack would be insane. That would probably give me 500,000. There's definitely, when finding such maps with so many available resources and such an enchantment level, there's definitely always some pretty high potential to just get double the loot that you usually get on average. So let's see if this map continues being this good. The tier 6 stuff is mostly gone, at least here on the edge. But finding so many tier 7 resources, it's just a matter of time that I will find enchanted tier 7 resources. And even if I don't, I will have a pretty decent amount of loot, reaching a pretty decent loot per time rate. I mean, I'm just running around for 15 minutes or so, or maybe 14. I already got like 200k loot or something. Probably even a little bit more, considering that I think the starting value of the stuff in my inventory was below 200k, I think. Okay, time to get close to the basalt stack. Do I want to check out the whole south for efficiency first? I'm not 100% sure. Somebody even took the 5.1 fiber, which does indeed make sense if somebody gathers 6.0 resources. I've seen some 5.1 ore, I think. So I do want to take this as well. I think I'm checking out the northeast of the territory, and if I feel like it, I can just come back to check out the rest here. All these mobs, they're pretty strong. And there's basalt. Let's go for that. My mount has suffered quite a bit. But it will take me so long to gather these things that I think it's going to regenerate back to full HP. Not in a great spot for escaping though. If I was found by a ganking group here, I could have some trouble. I would get slowed down by quite a few mobs. I may even get hit by some slow spell, which would be very annoying, very bad. And I would not get into the gallop mode, getting the full bonus movement speed from my mount for a while, because I'm getting attacked by a lot of mobs. Definitely not the most comfortable position here, but also very, very unlikely that somebody will find me here who's actually dangerous. I got more basalt than tier 6 ore. Sometimes you find a lot of this tier 7 stone. I'll check out this area here next to the territory quickly. Sometimes there's something. Looks like somebody has somewhat recently been here. Sometimes some nice tier 7 resources are hiding. Right here. Get the bonus +2. Really love to see that. What's my level with tier 5 ore? Level 70. so it's probably not possible for me to get 2 pieces from tier 5 or yet. Maybe with tier 8 gathering gear would be quite a significant upgrade. Should be like, what, 60 or 70% gathering bonus? While right now I do have 50% gathering bonus for tier 7 or and below. Very slowly making my way to the basalt stack. Feels like I've already gathered quite a few resources, but still only 31% carry rate. The saddled wild boar doing work. Probably shouldn't be gathering resources around the big stack as long as the big stack is there. Oh, and that's not even the big stack. The big stack is bigger. And it's hidden behind a tree. I'm so insanely safe here. But tier 7 stone is not terrible, so some gatherers would take this. So I'm still a little bit surprised considering how long it took me that the stack is full. Like, even the estimated market value is already 1,200 silver per piece. Not sure if it sells for even more in Lymhurst, which is definitely possible. Tier 7 and tier 8 resources are not that easy to get. So prices may very well be a little bit higher in reality in Lymhurst. Can imagine them being lower in Martlock or something. But in Lymhurst, stone is actually one of the resources in forests. But gathering in high tier forests, it's pretty damn dangerous. So the Stonecutter Journal, quite a big bunch of extra loot, 70k. Minus like 15 for initially buying the journal. So 55,000 or rather 56,000 silver profit from having journals in my inventory. From only this one journal. But it's kind of funny how I'm getting just insane amounts of basalt right here. Still need to stay very careful. Definitely possible that somebody is going to try to kill me with an invisibility gank, even though the chance is pretty low on 7.0 resources, because they're not valuable, except hide. Hide with like 3k per piece is actually a good thing, but everything else being like 1.2k, it's just not, usually not worth risking anything for. Is this guy in a group? He's not. He actually wants to gather. How strong is he? Relatively strong. And he's able to gather, which is annoying. So much basalt. He actually came? What the hell? Was that a misclick? Was that a misclick? I do not have invulnerability. I'm actually going to wait. Is this the guy? No, this is somebody else. Three seconds and go. I guess I'm not going to get all of the basalt. He's gathering here. Dismounted. But there, I'm just not in danger against a single player. Especially not a normal bow. Okay. What else do I want to check out? Basically everything. 8 out of 9. A lot of tier 7 resources. So many. Kind of crazy. Level 59. Would be good to have it on level 100, not only before the gathering bonus and the... gathering speed, but also for the higher levels on tier 7 gathering gear. More tankiness. Even though I'm never really going to use tier 7 gathering gear in the future, I would say. Why would I? Just go with tier 8 gathering gear, even more tankiness. Not too much more expensive. And decently high additional gathering bonus. This guy doesn't seem to be gathering everything. But I think he also didn't have a mount that would support gathering too many resources. So he would get to 100% carry rate very quickly if he gathered too many tier 7 resources, to be honest. So much tier 7 stuff right now. Oh, and it's even uncommon basalt there. Let's prioritize that. In case of enchantment changing. In case of getting ganked. 7 out of 9. Well, I was mainly planning on going for tier 6 gathering, but sometimes you just find insane amounts of basalt in this map. Not too many people are able to gather stone. Not too many people will go for stone gathering around Lymhurst, especially this close to the town. So let me benefit from this circumstances, from these 48%. Maybe I'm even going to be done with this series even after the first run already. And right now it kind of looks like it. If it continues like this, I'm not even on 50% carry weight yet. If I just find the same amount of things one more time, I will probably have the 1 million loot. If I remember correctly, I'm going to need like 1.2 million or 1.1 million loot to reach the 6 million in total. From which point it would be rather safe, considering my death rate. Ooh, tier 3 mob. Pretty nice, pretty valuable. But it's not an easy one, sadly. If it was an easy one, I probably would have gone for the kill, even with my city 4.1 carving sword. 8 out of 9. It's just so much basalt. So much basalt. If it continues like this, having one extra stonecutter journal in my inventory will not be enough. It won't be enough. Just filling this stuff too quickly. Would be very sad to have tons of tier 7 stone around me and not getting a journal filled. Because it's just a nice extra chunk of loot having those journals. But I would also not mind finding some enchanted resources. After all, 20% enchantment basically. So the chances are pretty high to stumble upon some 7.2 or 6.3 resource, getting me a big chunk of extra loot. The first 5 out of 5 tier 6 resource that I find here. Definitely have a realistic chance of getting gathering bonus +2. But of course it's not as high as when gathering with tier 8 gathering gear. 3 minutes for the chest. I think I will take a look at it. Haven't seen dangerous people here. But in this case I would need to gather a different path. And I kinda would like to check out the south. There may still be some stuff waiting for me. Two minutes. I don't have perfect gathering pathways towards this chest. Could check out the this cliff here towards the chest to be decently efficient. But then it will be a very long way to check out the south. I may skip the south of this map. I may actually skip it. I mean, small chests are not that insanely valuable. And if the bow guy is still here, I will not get it. 130. Ooh, nice. I kinda also want to check out this place. Maybe I should just skip the chest, to be honest. Definitely possible that it's not worth it to go for it, considering the way. I think I'm going to skip it, to be honest, yeah. 1 minute, I could definitely reach it if I just go for it now. I want to take a look at it. I'll come back to the south later anyways. Because I'm just finding enough resources generally in this map for now. There's still probably a bit of basalt down there, with which itself will probably already make it worth it for me to walk this way. This tier 3 mob is definitely very interesting and very valuable. Tier 3 mobs are pretty damn good loot. Getting a pretty big amount of fame, of course, but already the loot itself makes it worth it. Quite a few resources here as well. So 6 seconds. Nobody here. Sounds good to me. Legendary! Almost. I'm relatively close to the exit as well. 50k. Pretty unlucky chest, I would say. 50k. For a small chest. I don't think that's normal. Even if it's green. I would think that that was unlucky. Would have rather expected like 100k from a green small chest. I don't think I'm going to go behind the static area, but I've seen some tier 7 ore on the edge of the map there. So I'll take this angle. Well, there's a tier 7 resource, but I'm not going to go behind the static area nonetheless. I kind of should have prioritized getting the 6.2 ore, to be honest, but whatever. Because I'm going to go this way anyways, and then I'll check out the whole south, and then I'm probably at 100% carry rate, and if I'm not, then I'm going to gather here. I haven't been here yet. Usually here on the plateau there's at least a little bit of stuff. There's still a lot of space on this map that I haven't checked out yet, and I already have so much loot. Sadly, only one piece. But I got 3 pieces of that one piece. 18k. Ooh, pretty quick. At least it kinda looks like I'm finding enough different resources. So I may not have to gather basalt while not having a journal with me, which would feel kind of sad. Quite a big amount of extra loot. 65% carry rate only. I have a lot of small things here in my inventory now. If I remember correctly, there were some resources on my way to the small chest as well. So I guess I'm returning to the path that I have taken. Here's the exit anyway, so there will not be too many resources. 6.1 ore. Pretty damn good stuff. If I find a lot of it, I'm going to get rich by only that alone already. I've seen some 6.1 resources, I think. On my way to the small chests, there is something. The worst 6.1 resource to find, but still. Takeable. Almost feels like I found more tier 7 resources than tier 6 resources in this map, to be honest. The only question then is this just lucky? Or is there a particular reason for that phenomenon? Have I checked out the plateau? I think I went to the plateau. Oh, nice. Nice getting stuck. I think I checked the plateau and there was nothing. Or I took everything that was there. Yeah, the plateau with the tier 3 mob. Alright. Let's take a look at the western edge of the map. Going to the south and then checking out the rest of the map there. A rare wisp. I don't have tier 8 tools. This guy's in a party. I'm really close to the exit though. So if those people are smart, they will not attack me right now, but later. But it felt like he actually zoned out. I was so close to the exit, I think I would have seen his name if he didn't zone out. Maybe they're doing some crazy plays. It's not like I've reacted with straight up walking away from him. So if those people were interested in ganking, it would be definitely legitimate to actually try a gank on me. The way I reacted, which was no reaction basically. But he's probably busy doing Hellgates or something. Probably got better things to do than trying to gank me, which would be very, very hard if this group doesn't have ganking gear. $1.2 million already in my inventory, of which probably like 150k are from my tools and empty journals. And I'm also going to have some teleport costs as well. So if I want to be done with the series within one run, I will need some more stuff. Probably like 1.4 million or so. Pay off the teleport costs. And still reach the 6 million loot in total. I was about to say that it doesn't look too full here on this corner. Not corner, on the edge. But in the east, in the south, and the middle, I also didn't find too many tier 6 resources. But running into quite a lot of tier 7 resources the whole time. So I would still hope that I will find some random tier 7 resources here on this edge as well. Would make sense. $7.1, 8 out of 9. Just found what I was hoping for. Of course, the 7.2 would have been a little bit nicer. 7.3 would also have been pretty nice, but I'm already definitely happy about finding 7.1. This is already really good. A death, 2 deaths, people dying, but it's at the static area, so I don't worry about that at all. That's fine with me, not very scary. 7.1 basal, 2.4k silver per piece. Very, very efficient to gather such a thing. Will amount to a very solid loot per time rate if I gathered a lot of that. Somebody suicided. So many tier 7 resources here. Almost finding more tier 7 than... Oh, there was a person. I want to look at this person. It's this guy. It is indeed this guy. Kinda like to gather the basal, but tier 7 fiber is probably more valuable, right? Let's look at the price. I'll come back for the basalt up there. Should be worth it to walk this short way. Tier 7 fiber, 1.45 thousand silver per piece. More valuable than basalt. But I also already have a higher level on basalt than on tier 7 fiber, so I would have a slightly higher gathering bonus and faster gathering speed. And I would think that this guy is not gathering. 8 out of 9. So insanely many tier 7 resources. What the hell? Basically more tier 7 resources than anything else that I found here. Not price wise, because I found some 5.3, but and 5.2 and 6.2. But just the sheer amount. Probably more than 50% of my carry rate is from tier 7 resources. Just a good map. More often than not, I'm finding good amounts of resources in this map. And if I don't, I can quickly zone to the tier 6 map next to it and fill my inventory there with tons of tier 6 resources. And this guy was not going for tier 7 stone. He may not even have gathering tools with him. Just doing PvE. How do I find so much tier 7 stuff? But I don't think I'm going to be able to actually fill the last book to get the additional like 55k loot. But that's not a problem. I can fill that in the future. But maybe I will find some... I mean, it's very unlikely because I already saw one 7.3 basalt stack in this map. Maybe I will find another one of those. Even more basalt up there. So much basalt on this map. I mean, stone prices went down for such a long time to such low prices. It's probably discouraged a lot of people to go for stone gathering, and probably a lot of people who gather stone don't gather in this map. And a lot of people who probably already have tier 7 stone gathering or tier 8 stone gathering already stopped playing or went to the east server. So there's more often than not quite some basalt left for me, which is really good when I have enough carry weight. If I run around with a gallant horse, I cannot pick this stuff up. I would get full way too quickly. There it's not worth it, but with this amount of carry weight, being so close to town, having so little teleport costs as well, definitely good, definitely nice to find this kind of stuff. And I still haven't checked out the whole map. Already at 91% carry weight. There are still quite a few places here to check out. I haven't been in the south of the static area. I haven't checked out the north, which I will not check out anyways. I haven't checked out the south here. I haven't checked out the east. Definitely possible that I wouldn't be able to gather everything in this map within one run. Let's hope to find some more tier 7 stuff down here. 6.2 is even better. That's even better. Gathering bonus +2? Ah, too bad. That would have been pretty good for such a really good resource. Such a fast attack speed. Guess it has to die. I guess this ghoul has to die. Suicidal. Everyone would have seen this outcome beforehand already. But what can you do when you're a stupid ghoul with a rotten brain? No way to comprehend the mismatch. I mean, it's 6.1, so even if I know that it's only one piece, because it has just respawned, I should go for it. Especially when having the chance to have gathering bonus +2. The first tier 7 stack that is on 1 out of 9 here in this map that I've seen. 96% carry weight already. 5.2 ore really good. 6.1 fiber really good. But there's just so much stuff here. Looks like I'm not able to clear the whole map. Just too much stuff. For my little wild boar. If I had a spectral diabor, maybe I would have been able to clear the whole map. But being twice as expensive, I don't know if that's worth it, to be honest. Teleporting back earlier doesn't hurt, usually. Teleport costs are also lower. Wasn't there something else? Didn't I see a tier 7 resource in the south? Weird. Oh, there it is. I will probably reach the 100% carry weight after taking it. This tier 7 ore. Only filled 2 prospector journals. Well, yeah, okay, because I found tons of basalt. That's the reason. Otherwise, would be a different story. 100% carry weight, I guess I'm teleporting. And teleporting cost me 64,000, let's say 65,000 silver. 65,000 silver that I need to put away. So many resources in this map. Didn't find a single 6.3, I mean, on stone, but this doesn't really count. But besides that, no 6.3, no 7.3, no 7.2 either. So there definitely was the potential to get even more. I need to get rid of 65,000 silver, so this is 30,000 from the silver bag. This is 16,000, so 46. 20k. Boom. Boom. Okay, so I think I have reached the 6 million now. Definitely feels like it. $6.13 million. And having this as a base, I could easily afford going for tier 8 gear, getting all the tier 8 tools, and just gather in the black zone normally. Going for low tier 6 gathering or going deep into the black zone. Now this series is done. Didn't take very long. I expected to maybe need 1 or 2 more hours in general when I started doing this, but really was very quick.